Chris Matthews is continually trying to set up a circumstance to get Jeff Weaver angry. Like, that's clearly what he's trying to do, right? Whatever. And it's old school TV. Like, I have a guest here, and the best thing that could happen is this guest gets angry. Let's go to clip 3 here.
All we have from superdelegates is essentially a poll. A poll's been done of superdelegates. They don't actually vote.
So you look at it with a straight face, you're telling me that the delegates are going for Hillary and not going for Hillary?
Are going for...
They're going to go for Trump? I mean, for your guy?
No, right. Well, look, it's a poll.
Are you saying that?
Right now, there's polls in California.
I can see you laughing inside.
Right now, there's
You're
polls.
laughing inside. You know they're going to vote for it.
What's laughable, Chris, is that right now there are polls in California.
Okay.
You aren't allocating delegates based on a poll in California, but you are allocating delegates based on a poll of superdelegates.
But Jeff, surely you can count pledged delegates, right? So they're not bound, but they are pledged. So the only way your theory works is if pledged delegates break their pledge. You can see that, right?
Superdelegates. No, they're called unpledged delegates. They're not called pledged delegates.
But they're pledged to Hillary Clinton.
Okay, I don't want to have this conversation.
I mostly wanted to end a clip with, I don't want to have this conversation.
By the way, you're the one who started it.
You're the one who started the conversation. But it didn't go precisely as he wanted it to go.
Yeah, because Weaver was kind of winning the point. He's like, well, they haven't voted yet, and they don't really have an answer for that. And then the guy got confused about what a pledged and an unpledged delegate was, and that's when Matthews steps in and goes, I don't want to have this conversation because that guy's winning.
Well, I thought that Steve McMahon made a good point, even though, but it just depends on who's using what terms when. I mean, they've said they're going to vote for Hillary, so you could say she has them until they change their mind, right? And he's saying they don't really have them until they vote, but you sort of do. I mean, you can make both arguments. I see both arguments.
Ben, I don't want to have this conversation.
Anyway, so then Matthews continues to try to get Jeff Weaver angry about this notion that the networks might declare it on June 7th for Hillary.
You're not issuing a grievance by saying...
Well, not yet, Chris. But let me tell you, I think it's wrong. And we have.
You think it's wrong for the networks to announce who's winning?
No. To make a presumptive nominee announcement when, in fact, that's not the case. The superdelegates vote at the convention. Let's wait till people vote, including the superdelegates, before we call it over.
That's a hard point to refute.
Yeah.
It
is. You took the words out of my mouth. That was irrefutable.
So then,
factual. So
then they went into to talking about the platform, and he went over a number of things that Hillary is that Bernie people are in favor of and what they want, including the $15 minimum wage, basic fairness issues that Bernie has come up with, and then Matthews is like, "What if Hillary says no to all of those? Will you be mad then?" Let's go to the last clip.
Is there anything that you would say, if she doesn't deal with us on some of these issues, we won't endorse her?
Well, look, there's going to be a process at the convention. No, Bernie Sanders has said he is going to endorse the nominee of the Democratic Party.
Even if she straight arms him?
Well, I don't think they're going to do that.
But if they do?
Okay, well, all right. And then the sky falls and the convention
So you think
center
Hillary Clinton's going to buy? What do you think, Steve? Do you think Hillary Clinton's going to agree to a $15 minimum wage? She never has so far. Do you think she's going to go to an even-handed policy in the Middle East, not a straight-down-the-line pro-Israeli policy? I think these are difficult for her. She's a regular Democratic politician. These are hard things to do, some of them.
They're hard things to do. And one of the reasons I think Senator Sanders is raising them is because he knows they're hard things to do. And I think you have to separate the policy.
You mean he's just making trouble?
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
So what I like
is so hard to get a fight out of there.
Because Steve McMahon was saying, I think complimenting Sanders when he said, I think he's raising them because they're tough issues. Like he was praising him for raising tough issues, $15 minimum, even-handedness in the Middle East, meaning we all know what that means, right? Which is seen by many as hostile to Israel. Even-handedness means hostility to Israel.
What an insane world we live in, where even-handed is seen as an insult. Like, well, how? Wait a minute, this madman's going to be even-handed?
Right, so he's like even-handed. So you mean he's just trying to cause trouble? And McMahon's like, no, stop interrupting me. let me make my point. But I just thought, like, you know what I always crave on cable TV is two people who are sort of and technically McMahon is independent, but he seemed to be an establishment type guy, probably in favor of Hillary, and but a reasonable human, and then you had Weaver and Matthews wanted a fight, but he just wasn't getting it. They were both consistently, he was like, no, he'll support the nominee. No, I don't think they're going to stiff arm us on everything. I'm sorry, Yeah.
Look, I don't mind Chris Matthews asking, hey,
no,
what if you don't get anything, then what happens then? I think that's a perfectly legitimate question. But the whole tenor of the entire interview is like, come on, fight already. Fight. It reminded me a little bit of Beavis and Butthead. Fire.
All right, so he gives you the $15 minimum wage, but she kidnaps Jane Sanders. But then, you know.
Yes, we would try to unkidnap her. I got the fight I was looking for.
I just thought it was a lovely little moment of what we try to get on cable TV.